Hey meat buddy, I've got an idea and I'm not sure it's a good one. So, welcome back my fellow duplicants. In one of my previous videos here, I set up the thermal nullifier machine over here that's actually running some hydrogen through here. That's pretty cool, and that is actually cooling the oxygen that's running into my base. But at the same time, I unlocked a piece of equipment called the thermal Regulator Reversed Cycle HV. Okay, so what in the world is that? It's a thermal regulator that runs opposite to what the normal regulator would run. It's also extremely powerful, 10 times as powerful as just one single thermal regulator all by itself. And it was in that moment that I had an aha moment. And that aha moment was that I could potentially use this piece of equipment to make liquid oxygen or liquid hydrogen. So let me show you how that would actually work. If we were to take this stream of hydrogen that's flowing past everything that I have right over here, which is going through the tank, right? So it goes through this tank, and the first priority is that it goes into the thermal nullifier. If the thermal nullifier is, not using up hydrogen, as it isn't right now, then the extra hydrogen flows into the natural gas generator. Perfect. And then that hydrogen gets destroyed and we turn it into power. And as it turns out, it doesn't really matter what temperature the hydrogen is that's flowing into the hydrogen generator because it's just going to get destroyed. So that's where I was thinking, you know what? If we run it through there, we make the piece of equipment really, really cold while making the gas extremely hot. But then I was like, wow, I've got really hot gas, which if I'm honest, sounds like quite the problem to have. But I think I can use our hot gas over here to potentially take crude oil and turn it into petroleum. Now I've got a ton of magma over here, and I think my default reaction would be to use the power of a volcano and, quite frankly, all of this massive amount of heat over here to boil all the petroleum I'd ever need. However, this is the super modded playthrough, so therefore I think I gotta try some things that I've never done before, because I have equipment that we've never had access to before. So why do I take hydrogen, make it hot, heat up crude oil to turn it into petroleum. That petroleum then feeds polluted water back over here to the oil well so that we get more and more oil. That also produces power that runs the thermal regulator that makes liquid oxygen and maybe liquid hydrogen, depending on how we set it up, to power up rockets and all sorts of crazy things. Honestly, if I'm completely honest with you, it sounds like a really complicated machine. And I think it is. I think it is really complicated. But I think it also has the potential to be completely awesome. So I'm going to try to build it right here. But if it doesn't work out, well, then we'll just go back to boiling petroleum the good old-fashioned way, right down here. All right, so this is an incredibly involved concept and build, so I'm going to try to plan this thing out little piece by little piece and then actually just bring it all together using the blueprint tools. By the way, all the mods are back up and running. Things are working perfectly. Awesome. Okay, so first off here, we have the thermal regulator. Boom, that is going to get really, really cold. So on top of that, we're going to have a gas vent. That's going to vent gases into a chamber. So we need to make this into a chamber. We've got gold. That'll work out really good right here, just like this. And then we'll probably just go ahead and insulate the top of this. It's probably going to be in space, so it doesn't really matter. You know what? We're going to put the vent sideways, just like that. I like it. And then I can use an atmos sensor right here just to get a nice accurate read of how gassy the room is. So then I can put the gas shut off really, really close by, just like that. All right, so that's hydrogen in, or oxygen in, whatever it is we're trying to liquefy right here. This thing will probably be, well, if it works like I think it will, it should be like absolute zero by the time it actually comes out of here. Let's go ahead and set it up and just make sure that it actually does what I think it does. Throw some power at it just like that, and then we'll let the pipes run just like this. All right, so if we're making a liquid oxygen or liquid hydrogen or whatever, then I definitely need a pump. So the second that that liquid hits this pump down here, we move it out of the room. Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what? Oh, there's so many more things that I can do now. Goodbye. Check this out. I can do a liquid wall pump just like this. Can I actually build on top of that thing? If I can, I should be able to. Yeah, because I'm doing it right here with the drains. Mods are amazing. Okay, so this is the chamber that's going to liquefy whatever it is we're bringing in. Simple enough, nice and straightforward. You know what? I think I'll just make the walls out of insulated stuff. That'll be a little bit easier on the pipes. Okay, one thing I want to keep in mind here is that the gas that's running through this unit right here is actually going to end up really, really hot. So I want to use a really high temperature material. So for this, I'm going to be using obsidian, which has a melting temperature of 2,700 degrees, which means I should go dig up some more obsidian. Luckily, I have some right down here. Okay, so let's see how this machine works. I have a little bit of hydrogen that's flowing in. It's at 32 degrees Celsius. We also see that this piece of equipment here is 32 degrees. So after it ran right there, you can see that the temperature is dropping. We're down to 30 degrees, so it dropped about 2 degrees Celsius. And the output temperature of this gas, ooh, is now 152 degrees Celsius. Nice. Matter of fact, if we take a closer look at this machine, here, we can see that the amount of heat that it's putting out, or shall we say, moving between one spot and the other, is 126,000 DTUs if it was operating on oxygen. And if you take a closer look at oxygen here, you can see it has a specific heat capacity of pretty much just 1 DTU per gram. However, by comparison, hydrogen has 2.4 DTUs per gram. So what this machine is actually going to do for our 1.92 kilowatts. So what that means is this thermal regulator right here is actually going to be operating more in the range of 300,000 DTUs for every 1.92 kilowatts of power. So that's not huge, but it's still pretty good. If we take a look at the thermal aqua tuner right here, you can see that that operates on water at 585,000 DTUs. So it's somewhat comparable to the thermal aqua tuner. But then again, if you're running that on something like supercoolant, it's way more powerful. So knowing this number here, that gives me hope that we actually will have enough energy to potentially convert this crude oil into petroleum. But what I want to make sure is that I have enough capacity to when I actually bring in more crude oil, I can actually deliver a lot of energy at once. So to do that, what I want to do is store this gas inside of something like a high flow gas reservoir. Oh, and I can flip it. Yes! What? What? You can flip it like that as well? Oh! Alright, so if I put this right down here, I can take this gas and I can go right inside of there. Boom. That's going to mix it with all of the gas inside of here. And then if I put a gas shutoff here, what I can say is, if the gas is too hot, we're not going to let it run through. We're dealing with really hot stuff. I'm going to go ahead and make this out of steel, just in case. I don't want it, I'd rather it not accidentally melt. So I'm going to use a gas pipe thermal sensor. That will be right here. And then the hydrogen is going to flow out right here. I'm going to jump over this with a bridge. Uh-oh, not what I wanted to do. So it's going to jump right over here. We're going to detect its temperature right in this tile. And then activate or deactivate the shutoff. So if it's cold enough, we'll run it through here like this. If it's too hot, then we'll actually just go ahead and bring it right back here. Oh, awesome. Oh, Pliers, how I've missed you. Welcome back to the team. So nice. Hey, Valkyrie, what are you doing all the way down here? Moving all slow. Oh, just cheering people on, that's nice. Oh, did you come down here for the pinch of pepper? Okay, I guess that actually makes sense. You know what else is cool? We have ourselves another wood hatchling. In a few cycles here, this one's going to hatch out. We'll be able to explore that. It'll be real nice. Oh, the shovel. Seriously, how many times do I need to wrangle you? Or is this a different one? Badvul, stop it. Okay, so I changed my mind about how I actually want to run the pipes here. Because we have 3 different ports over here. That means I could potentially run multiple ports if I want to go and deliver this heat to the crude oil. Which, while I can't necessarily run more than one pipe through this machine up here, I can actually cycle more gas around and around over there, which would allow me to deliver energy a little bit faster. Not necessarily build it up faster, but I could deliver it faster, which might have its own benefit. Maybe. That's my thought. All right, I'm just gonna move that over here. All right, I moved that design over here for right now, just using the copy-paste tools. Okay, so the next thing I want to plan here is what I do with the liquid oxygen or hydrogen that comes out of this. So I need a spot to store that. I think a high-flow liquid reservoir. This is as good a spot as any. It's out in space, so it's not a big deal. Boom. Just like that. Now I need the petroleum machine, so let's go ahead and find that one, which I should have a blueprint of somewhere here in here. All right, that's it right here. Probably want to leave just a few tiles in between machines. We have enough space to actually move everything around. Oh, what I don't have is diamond. Interesting. Not a problem, I have gold. Now I was using a door here to open and close in order to bring in the heat. However, I can do that same thing with a gas valve now. If I need the heat, I'm gonna bring in the heat, baby. Boom, just like that. And right down here, boom, more heat. Flip that to radiant gas pipes. Ooh, what do I have that's hot enough to actually handle that? Iron can operate at 1,500 degrees, but that really isn't that great. Steel, it's probably the material I need to make it out of. Yeah, I need to make steel radiant pipes. And then that gas is just going to circle back around there, just like so. So rather than this automation wire here running to the door, which is opening and closing and bringing in more heat here to actually boil the crude oil that falls in this spot, this automation wire is going to run to the shutoffs. That's actually a valve that needs to be a shutoff. Now, of course, I need to contain that petroleum. So we'll put that right there, and then we'll go to this pipe, and that's going to be the petroleum. Last but definitely not least, a petroleum generator. Now, because I'm running the carbon dioxide mods, that's actually going to put out a lot more carbon dioxide. 500 grams a second, 750 grams of polluted water per second, which is awesome. And then at least 2 kilowatts of power. So we'll handle the water with just little floor pumps, just like that. This water that runs out of here is going to run all the way back over to this line here. So it'll find some spot, pipe into here. The petroleum that's coming out of here, we'll actually just do this number, jump over, and it will just make its way over here. Boom, just like that. All right, so now to supply power to everything here. I've got heavy watt cables. I can go ahead and just plug everything in that's out here, just like this. However, for all of these pumps here, I'm actually going to need something a little bit smaller. So I'll put a power transformer right up here, and then just run a normal wire to all of that stuff. Now, normally I would actually need to actively cool this power transformer, but I think it will be okay because I have a mod that actually allows some equipment to actually give off a small amount of heat into space, so it actually radiates heat. So that should be okay. All right, so that's the prototype to the machine there. You can see that there's a lot going on. I should be able to copy this and then take it with me. I don't think it fits down here. So maybe I should build this right down here. So it's kind of close by the rest of that stuff. That does make it really, really far away for like liquid oxygen and stuff. But you know what? We have so much space around, I don't think it's a big deal. I could just pipe that up. All right, there you have it, dupes. Good luck. What are the chances that this actually works? Probably not a whole lot, considering I forgot one last piece. That is, I have to get rid of my extra hydrogen that's down here. Or do I? I guess I don't. You know what? Never mind, I guess I actually do. Because right now I have more hydrogen than I can make use of, so I should burn it up somehow. Which means I think I actually did build this in a really good spot. You know, that seems like a pretty solid plan, considering it's about 2:30 in the morning. I'm kind of impressed with myself. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys that are celebrating that. I'll be spending some time with my family as well. There's a lot of comments talking about how we might be able to get over here, potentially using a transit tube, so you can actually build the transit tube right there and then jump through. That might actually work. Another thought I had is, I wonder if I could potentially get a robo miner kind of dig through that area. It should be able to dig at an angle. So maybe this would work. And then if we could dig that out, and then we use a transit tube to go through there, well, I don't know exactly if you can ever get back out of it, but we will find a way. All right, so first things first, I think we need to dig up all of this stuff down here. That way, I have the materials I need to make what I need to make. Ooh, look at this. Yes, we have another wood hatchling egg. We have a lot of these all of a sudden. That's working out pretty good. Oh, sorry, the lights out mod was off. I was planning over here in the dark. Everything's dim again. Oh, there it is. Our very first wood hatchling. Remove it. Hey, buddy. All right, now we need to get rid of one of these. Let's wrangle this one up real good. We'll get rid of one of these normal hatches. What is it, age 51? 93, jeez. That hatch has half a tooth in the grave already. Let's go ahead and just, oh, there we go, we wrangled it up. Gosh, there's so much stuff in the way. Get out of the way, critters. Nom Nom the Fourth, the first wood hatchling. I have named you Nom Nom the Fourth Woody. That way we know where you came from. Does anybody want to wrangle up this little hatchling? Nope. Numbers is gonna get some of that good lead soda. Heavily sweetened. You guys are hilarious, by the way. You know this wood hatch isn't going to move itself, dupes. You want to help it out a little bit, please? Party level 9, come on. Okay, fine, we'll re-wrangle it again. Oh, you know what? It might not actually be able to go up there. Wooden hatchling. That could be why. There you go. Yoop. And delivered. There we go. Our very first wood hatch. Huh. Bark, skin. Hold up. Hey, can I click on this? Trying to remember what that's used for. I think it's used as fuel. Yeah, all right. We can use that in the wood burner. Haha. So it's actually just like coal, but it's wood. But we can also use it in the ethanol distiller if we wanted to do that. Ethanol is useful. Oh. Well, hello, Petroleum Generator. I think I'll put my wood burners right down here. Seems like a good spot. And then if I wanted to run, no. There we go. Something like that. That should work out. And then if I need to let a little bit of carbon dioxide out, I could just open up this door. Alright, so in order to make steel, I need more refined carbon. Luckily, I put this kiln right down here. This actually puts out a decent amount of heat. So, I might be able to use that to heat up other areas that are a little bit cool right now. Like right up here, this is really cold. So if I get rid of these ladders and replace them with kilns, I can refine coal while heating up the area up here that actually will get me some more trees. And then if I have trees, then I can get lumber. And if I have lumber, then I can feed that to the woody nom-noms down here. And if I feed that to the woody nom-noms, they will give me fertilizer to grow more food. Full circle, baby. Nice. We also happen to be 2 tiles wide, meaning that this is perfect. Yes. Ooh, we got some more paku. Or lime. Lime is steel, paku is food. That's a tough one. I think I'm going to go with the paku. Hello, fish. Welcome to the base. Flop on over here to the left and start swimming around. Oh, you know what? We never did do the palmera trees. Does that go in this thing? Oh, yes it does. Temperature, 50 to 90 degrees Celsius. Large chlorine-dwelling plant. And its buds emit unbreathable hydrogen gas? The palmera berry, a toxic, non-edible bud that emits hydrogen. These mods, I tell you what, is it just me or are the lights dimmer than they used to be? They seem awfully dim. Yes, I think it's this term right here. That might be a little bit higher than it was beforehand. Ah, yes, there we go. That's a bit better. Uh-oh. I think making steel is causing some issues down here. The pipes are exploding. The temperature of the liquid that's flowing in is only 40 degrees Celsius, but I think it's too much. Yeah. Just kind of weird. I don't see any water here that's too hot. Oh, okay. 0 at 109. Okay, let's just empty the storage. There we go. That reset things. Yeah, that's an issue. Yeah, with some slightly different news, we did dig out all of the obsidian. So good, we have a lot of that on hand. We can go ahead and sweep it up. I know it's kind of a long run from way up here down to here, but hey, at least we can build those pipes. Oh, what about this? What if we tie in the metal refining system to preheat the crude oil that runs into this? I mean, obviously we're preheating it here by running it in a counterflow system, but you know what I mean. Even more efficient. Is that just going too far? Am I just getting a little bit too greedy with it? Hey, dupes. The wood hatches are allowed to be here. Come on. Alright, so I'm taking out this area right down here next to the chlorine gas vent. I'm going to try to plant up a couple of those palmera trees. They seem interesting, so why not give them a try? Meep, dude, you should have a suit full of oxygen. Oh, I see. You guys are sick. Ooh, we got all of the kilns up and running. It looks like it's putting out some decent heat. You can see the wall tile right there is right around, 7 degrees Celsius, 5 degrees. But the kiln is up to 20, so that's good. We can finally get this arbor tree up to temperature and start generating some seeds. Speaking of seeds, look, the palmera tree is up and running. Nice. It's consuming chlorine at 1,000 milligrams per second. That's a neat plant. Brothgar, hey. Can you let me know what's in here? Ooh, how about you hop on in here and jump on this little neurovacillator. You look like you just had some lead soda. Complete the process. What do we have? Oh, there you go. Regenerative, plus 20 per cycle. Not bad. Not really useful for what we got going on, but hey, there we have it. Ooh, hey, could you come back over here real quick? I kind of want to see what's inside of here. A couple of sweaters. Ugh. Wait, what? Sour gas? What happened up here? I see naphtha, I see... Oh, I think that's kind of hot, isn't it? No, there must be a volcano up there. This is such a weird map. Oh, come on, dupes, you can build this thing. I even put in a fire pole just to make you move a little bit faster. Alright, so we have this bark skin down here. But so far, it doesn't look like it's ever finding its way into the wood burner. So maybe it isn't used in the wood burner? Right now, I don't know what it's used for. Ooh, we got some new research. Alright, we got a blast furnace, a helium extractor, a CFB generator, bunker door, bunker tiles, and glass forge. Ooh, okay, so the CFB generator produces 2 kilowatts of power. It uses 1 kilogram a second of refined carbon. So it's like a super carbon generator. Requires a bunch of ceramic, which I haven't built up just yet. We already know what the bunker doors are, and that's not anything new. Bunker tiles, same sort of deal. Glass forge, really useful. We're definitely going to get that thing up and running, especially since we can superheat liquid glass. Ooh, yes. A helium extractor. Requirements, natural gas, some power. It outputs some sulfur, a little bit of helium, propane. What? Interesting. That's going to be a fun machine. Oh, but then we have the blast furnace. Hey, wait. Look at this wood burner. What are you burning up? Oh, you're burning up some bark skin. Never mind, I take it all back. Look at that thing go. I don't think it's operating as intended, but sure. Ooh, more research. How about a mechanical surfboard? Dupes, you guys are going to love this thing. I know we're slightly distracted. We have a lot of things going on here, but you should definitely build that. Spicy tofu is back. I missed you. We have yet to eat any of you, though. All right, time to wrangle up another wood hatch. Get rid of the other hatch up here. Boogies, man, you hit that soda so hard all the time. Every time I look over here, you're drinking more. You gotta be careful, man. It's not good for you. Oh, yes, another wood hatchling egg. This plan is working out great. Perfect. Haha. All right, so it looks like we're making some good progress here. The wood hatch is actually working out really quite well. I do have some resources that are being burnt up down here for power, which is good because right now my natural gas generator is currently dormant. I'm just waiting for, this thing to become active, but that's going to be another 33 cycles from now. So hopefully this wood generator and the coal generator will keep my system up and running until then. As far as this big system down here, my dupes are making a lot of progress. However, I'm not going to be able to finish it up today. I got to wrap this up and get on with my holiday to go visit the family. So not quite enough time to finish this up. The palmyra trees seem interesting. In a few cycles, we'll be able to see what those seeds will actually do there. They do give off hydrogen. At least that's what it sounds like. And I need hydrogen down here. At any rate, that's all I got time for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little episode here of Oxygen Not Included. I know Velas has, so I hope you guys have as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Stay awesome. Peace. Brothgar out.